Two Kramers, two Kramers. This is what you get with two Kramers. We don't say the N-word, but we have fun. That's all we say when the day is done. It's two Kramers, two Kramers, two Kramers, two Kramers. That's the theme song. Well, I guess we know who won Who's Gayest contests. The bidet guy.
Sorry, I like a clean butt, okay? Or asshole.
I like a clean butt. That's why I like the wipes. But I don't need a water fountain like tickling my butt.
Yeah, well, turn down you don't have to have it on full blast.
I don't like when it feels like it's getting up there. You're like really getting in there. You know?
See, that's what some people like.
Yeah.
Because they get the deep clean. They want the deep clean.
Yeah, they really get up in them guts.
I'm not trying to flush my system.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not some chick in the 90s trying to lose weight where I get a colonic.
Yeah, just shoot it up so hard you poop more. Yeah.
I used to want to have like, I guess I still kind of want to do it like a day where we just like clean all our holes.
Yeah.
Like that would be like just like you like if the three of us are like let's have a hole cleaning day and like in one day we go to the dentist, we do the earwax,
like
the candling.
Oh yeah.
We go to like a steam room and like steam all our pores. We do
Get,
a
like, a
Biore
Medi Pod
strip
shit.
and then we end the day with colonics. We gotta fucking
clean our assholes.
get it cleaned
the
out.
hole of all holes.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, and the nose wax rip thing where they pull all the fucking hair out of your nose.
I feel like this needs
Clean
to be
our holes.
I want to do the earwax one for sure. I feel waxy.
That's they
like
say
it's
that
a
that's
myth,
like
right?
bullshit.
Yeah.
And
What
it's
do you
actually
mean?
kind of dangerous for you.
You're not actually supposed to. That's the same
You're
thing
not
with like.
supposed to put a lit candle in your ear. I feel like.
But also that shit that looks like wax apparently like isn't wax. It's like weird congealed wax from the candle that it's not actually pulling like.
Oh, it's just
Okay,
a can.
I'll go to a doctor or something.
I'll still do it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I'm not saying no. I'm just saying it's pointless.
But I'm down to try it regardless.
The rip probably feels good.
I bet it does. I bet that shit does feel like it tickles
rip?
the inside of your ear.
Yeah, like some of that sweet pain, you know, like like if you like it hurts like if I like you like pull like a hair out
You ever
or
had
like
your
popping a pimple, it hurts, but like it's like that
kinda
sweet
feels good.
release.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I love that shit.
You ever
it
had
is
your
nice.
brows done?
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah.
You actually have
Like
lovely.
by a pro?
You have lovely eyebrows.
I just do the tweezers now.
Yeah.
You do it yourself.
Yeah, there used to be this chick I used to get my hair cut from, and she used to like touch them up, and she's like, it was in Massachusetts. She's like, there's a way to do it where you don't look gay. She goes, the trick is you just do underneath, don't do on top.
Yeah, let it get bushy.
The on
up
top,
there.
yeah, the on top is when it looks gay. You just do underneath.
It's like when people used to say that if you got your right ear pierced, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
gay,
That was
but
the
your
gay
left
one.
ear is
Yeah.
chill. That's why everything's on the left side here, so no one's
Do
confused.
you not have? Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't want people
Wow,
to
you
think.
doubled up. You should get even more. Keep getting more hoops on the left side.
Yeah,
Just go all the
like
way up.
all the way up,
Yeah.
like some sort
You're
of tribal
Two-Face.
shit.
You're completely fierce on this.
This is my
And
cool
this
side. Yeah, get like an eyebrow thing, like the snake bite piercing. Like this side, really cool.
Yeah,
this
this-
side.
That's business, Bo.
With
you
your-
shave the
with you-
mustache.
In job interviews, I'm just sitting like this. Yeah.
With your new haircut, you kind of look like you just reformed from like a white nationalists group.
Yeah,
You're like, I'm letting my hair grow out. I'm covering up the tattoos.
I do have horrible tattoos, so
I love your tattoos.
I do too, but
your
they're dumb.
tattoos are way better now with the buzz
when
cut.
Metcalf
Dude.
and I,
This fucking kid gets tattoos. He'll be like, he would just come up to me and be like, hey man, I'm getting a tattoo today. He's like, they're doing half off down
Yeah.
at the tattoo
That's
parlor.
sick. It's the best.
yeah, because you
That's
also
how I got my
have
little
stupid
ghost.
tattoos,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you get it.
I have a $60 flash tattoo right here. It's a tiny little ghost. I got it on like Halloween times a couple years ago.
Yeah,
it's
at a
delightful.
bar. Yeah.
No, at Lil Babies in Bushwick.
Oh.
Shout out Lil Babies.
Yeah, shout out.
Little baby.
Shout out Lil
Shout out,
Babies in
yeah.
Bushwick.
Pedos.
when Metcalf and I lived together, Metcalf, I came home
Can
with
I
like
ask a
tattoo.
question? Can you hold on a second?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Am I on camera?
Yes.
Thank you. And my second question is, should we tee anything up? Are we supposed to say, hey, this is Bo? Any context?
We'll get
Are we
there.
assuming
It's
the fans
Bo.
know who the
Hey,
fuck
it's
this
Bo.
is?
The people know.
Yeah.
you know?
This is our third Kramer, Bo Ballew.
It's our third Kramer today.
Uh,
But
Our
what-
first third Kramer.
oh, thank you. What an honor, truly.
and you used to live with Metcalf?
I did.
We did.
And when Metcalf and I lived together, I came home and I got a new tattoo, and he looked at him and he was like, of all my friends with stupid tattoos, yours look the least stupid.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm one of those friends.
Yeah. But of them,
Wait a second.
But of them,
where do I rank?
but of those dumb ones, I'm the best.
I should be the best.
My goal with tattoos is I want to look like a kid drew on a wall with crayons. That's what I'm going for here.
Yeah, someone commented years ago that I have a middle school desk on my arm.
Yes, but complimentary, I think.
No, his felt derogatory, but I've reclaimed it.
Yeah, no, you've taken the power
like
back.
he was trying to like dunk
like
on
when
me,
they brought back,
and I was like, sick.
Yeah, it's like when they reclaimed slut in the early aughts.
Yeah.
That's my word now.
Yeah.
Desk.
Desk.
Speaking of, you should get that tattooed on you.
A little desk.
Yeah.
That's actually sick. Like a little flip up desk.
Right. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, because that's the thing. Like, the more tattoos you get, the more you're like, yeah, stool.
Yeah,
You
why
know?
not? Yeah, I fuck with stools.
Yeah. Right. I'm sitting on a stool right now.
I've always liked the shape of them. I think it's cool.
Well, because like when you get to a point like, and we're gonna get Metcalf tattooed after this.
No,
right?
he won't be. He won't do it. He's a clean cut guy, despite being a
Besides
dirty man.
everything about him.
I told him I give off a bridge troll appearance so people leave me alone. But deep down, I have morals and standards.
Yeah.
Like a porcupine.
Yeah, exactly. Like a very sweet porcupine.
Yeah. Once the spikes go down, nice guy.
Yeah, that's gonna be my second MK character.
The porcupine.
Yeah, the porcupine man. Yeah. Wait. We should get this out of the way because I think as of right now, I'm gonna try to ask this of everybody because this is so far one of our favorite conversations. If you were to be like a Mortal Kombat or like a Street Fight character, like what would your power be? What would your name be? How are you? What's your outfit? Like, what's your?
Oh, sure. Okay, that's fun.
Just to give, if you want some context.
Yeah, please.
I'm Mr. Bindle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a jacked homeless guy with a bad hunch. Yeah. My powers: I throw a brick at you.
Yeah.
One of them is I just take a plastic bag and just suffocate you for a bit. One of my
that's a good one.
Yeah, one of my fatalities, I like take out a hatchet and like cut off like your limbs, and then it's like a cut scene to me like over a fire, like eating you.
Oh,
yeah,
fun.
yeah, Mr.
Okay.
Bindle.
Mr. Bindle.
Yeah.
And yours would be Poopy Spinelli?
Poopy Spinelli. That's my secondary.
Yeah.
The main guy is Dr. Acid. He's got a lab coat, a tasteful lab coat, but it throws a lot of potions like this.
Oh,
and
fun.
syringes.
Up close hand. A lot of that. That's what the syringes. With the syringe.
What am I injecting you with?
Yeah. It's shit that it's different colors and it'll melt your legs and stuff. Fun stuff.
Give you AIDS.
No, I don't have like an AIDS potion. No,
Whoa,
whoa.
80s?
That's the fatality. The fatality is they're there, and I go, AIDS.
Yeah. And then just cuts to the movie Philadelphia.
Him dying in a hospital bed at the bottom.
It's the longest recorded fatality ever.
I use a dirty syringe on him. The screen just goes, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Starts slowly losing weight and.
That's terrible. We're not pro AIDS.
That's very brave of you.
Thank you.
Who is?
Ronald Reagan.
Religious types thought it was a punishment, right? They thought it was like the gay.
Who cares what they think?
I think.
Malukes.
Were you a Christian household?
I went to Catholic school up until college.
That makes sense.
Same.
Yeah.
I did not go to I grew up Methodist though.
Get out. Which one's that one?
Is that where you hold up the snakes?
No, I wish.
Is that the snakes one?
I went to like a mega church, like one of those big southern mega churches,
That one's like, holy God. Now, that's Baptist.
No, that's like
Baptist.
No,
Yeah.
we were like new wavy, so we had like an alternative. This was like the aughts, so it was like an alternative rock kind of band that sung all the church music and stuff.
So it was
like they sound like Three Doors Down,
Death
but
Cab
it's
for Cutie
but
was
it's
doing
but it's about
hymns
God.
And tight yeah,
It's
like
cool
about,
church.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah,
church.
a lot of a cappella covers of Hallelujah.
Yeah, Christmas.
Yeah.
Dude, my girlfriend Anya went to those kinds of churches.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah. She went to those kinds of churches, and growing up, it was growing up was more religious in her house, and like the music. Like when we hang out, I'll play her music from when I was like that I would listen to growing up, like Sublime or Led Zeppelin. She listened to like basically like knockoff pop music, but that like the undercurrent of the lyrics is like God. So
Christian
it like
rock.
sounds it sounds like the Wallflowers or whatever, but it's fucking
Yeah, that's like all my mom listens to on like my
Still?
my family's still like religious. Like me, like some of us have defected, but like my parents
Scientologist.
And by defected, I mean I took psychedelics in college. But
Sick.
But like my mom used to have such a cool taste in music, like Neil Young and like all that shit, like in high school and stuff. And then if you go through her iTunes now, it's just like alternative rock Christian.
So the
music.
Methodists, they don't care for Neil Young.
No, we don't like him.
Yeah. He's a godless man.
He's Canadian.
I hope this is a lead up to your Mortal Kombat
I
character.
actually
The choir boy.
Methodist.
Yes. He's just a child. He's a fucking child, and he has a huge fucking candle scepter, and he swings around that. I mean, I'm doing more.
God compels you.
Yeah, he just holds up.
Incense thing.
Yeah.
He's got the incense.
Release the snakes. The snakes come out.
No, I think my Mortal Kombat character, I think I would like to call him Yes and he's a failed improver, and you know what I mean? Like, and my finishing move is you're in a.
This is like really how you feel. I want this. Maybe I should specify like this should be like.
It should
who
be
you
like,
are, like this should be more like who you
This
think you
character
are.
has to be
This
able to
isn't like a
fight.
bit where this isn't a
sure.
bit.
Okay.
Mr. Bindle's
This is
coming
not
at
like,
you.
Yeah, I'm not looking for you to be creative. I need this to
No,
come
this
from
like a-
deep within
Well, you
you.
need
Like,
to be creative
like,
in a way.
I am Mr.
How
Bindle.
are you going to survive in a
He is-
fight against Dr. Acid and Mr. Bindle?
Yeah,
And I'm coming at you, and you're going
I'll
to go,
make you
yes,
sit through a
and
class
we're
show,
on
okay?
the moon. That's not going to work,
Yeah,
Bo.
yeah. We don't need clever like anti-comedy.
Give me your special moves,
Yeah, we
your
need
counter
deep
moves.
Inside.
What type are you? What's
This is
the
new-
outfit?
This is the new Ken and Ryo, the new Scorpion Sub-Zero. You need to come in hot. We need a Guile. We need a Guile Chung-Li kind of thing.
A Melina,
third
even
slot.
if you want to do a sex change
Yeah.
option.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Like we don't have a Liu Kang yet.
Yeah, you can be Asian if you'd
You
like.
know, I don't
That's on
even
the
mean in
table.
that way, but just like Liu Kang is like a classic character, but he doesn't have the rivalry that Sub-Zero
Yeah, we don't have a
and
shirtless
Scorpion.
karate guy.
Yeah,
yet.
I'm kind of like neutral. I'll fight whoever's in front of me, but I don't have like strong loyalty.
off the
I
bat,
guess.
I'm
You're gonna
seeing
be
that-
early in the lore.
I was
Okay.
imagining, you know the guy in Street Fighter with the tall blonde hair?
Guile.
Yeah, that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
so-
seeing something
Guile
like
like
that.
is
you
like
are
Johnny
from
Guile.
Texas.
Bravo.
Guile is
Johnny
Liu
Bravo.
Kang.
Yeah.
Liu Kang and Guile
Can I
have
also
share
say
the
just,
same slot.
just a carbon copy, just a different format? Syndrome from The Incredibles. If we throw him a big hair on that.
Oh, Syndrome. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
you
told
know-
I look like
yeah,
Syndrome
a lot of
yeah.
anti-gravity boots. You know what I mean? Could be something.
So what is Liu Kang's
You look
powers?
like Fat Jesse Pinkman. Only because of your haircut.
well,
For
I'm not-
Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, relative to a meth
Jesse,
head.
yes.
Relative to a meth head, any of us.
True.
Okay, so what about the name like Boxcar Ballew or something
Okay,
like that? You
I'm
know,
seeing
like, I feel
something.
like that's a fun name.
Are you?
right?
Are we wearing boxing gloves?
No, I'm more like I kind of come off as like you know like a Dust Bowl kind of
Yeah.
drifter. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like this. I have a dark past that no one really
Wow.
knows about, but it's implied. You know?
Okay.
And my moves, like, I don't seem like I'd be a good fighter,
Mm-hmm.
but I will fuck you up. You know, like it's like I'm more of like a stamina guy than like a knockout punch kind of guy. You know,
I'm
like
going to
I'll-
disagree with everything you've said.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
with
go
you.
ahead-
I'm
gonna
with
go
you on
ahead-
disagreeing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Okay.
I'm going to present you
I don't think
two
he's
options.
getting the assignment.
I'm going to present you two options. You're either an old-timey kind of boxing guy. You do one of these?
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
or
like a-
or
like
you're
with
like
the
a new
mustache.
age Bushwick dude.
I could also
that's fun.
I could
The
also
hipster.
see. Could you see him as like one of the townspeople in like the Silent Hill town? Not quite the fully deformed.
Yeah, like the rest of
but a
his
little bit-
family is raping and murdering,
Right, no,
but
but-
he just stands there and like sometimes if he can, because he'll get beaten if he does it, he'll like help the victim. He'll be like, "Shh, I'm gonna unlock you from here."
Yeah.
Yeah, really quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I never grew up playing Mortal Kombat, So I'm.
What did you do?
Like
You were going to church.
Yeah, the lore thing is where you're losing me, I think.
You don't even need lore.
Yeah,
you know
forget
what?
what I said
Maybe you
about
can't
that.
riff. Maybe here's the problem.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not able to riff.
Hey, I've been in this apartment for an hour. It's all left
Yeah.
my system.
Let me tell you something. Before we hit record, Metcalf was jerking off. I don't know what he was
For a
doing
long
with these
time,
fucking
yeah.
cameras. He was Googling sex offenders near me.
Oh, we're getting to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. That's coming up. Don't tune out.
Don't you guys
But Bo
worry.
and I were riffing like you. A way better podcast happened before we hit record.
That's the beauty of this. It's like the podcast after the podcast. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
This is
kind
the
of fun.
after. This is the Patreon. We already experienced the real.
All right. So wait, you used to do drugs back in the day, right?
Sure.
Now
yeah.
sober.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still I'm just sober from booze.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
So
what
like,
if-
I feel like your guy is like you're like a white dude with dreads.
What if
Your
my,
character.
What if my finishing move?
Bong boy.
What if I'm like
But
sober?
he's not like a weed guy. He's more like a psychedelic.
Yeah. What
guy.
if
Exactly.
What if I'm like?
Yeah, and you do have like almost like capoeira, like Brazilian dance
Yeah.
fighting,
Sure.
but you have like a fucking drug, like one of those like
the-
Mexican
the,
poncho.
like, hoodie things.
Yeah.
And like parachute pants and stuff. And what if my finishing move?
You're
is
a
called-
You're Jamie Kennedy from a '90s movie.
Sure.
With the
Sure.
dreads, and he's got the
Malibu's-
goggles.
But
Malibu's
what,
know?
most
what if
wanted.
my finishing move is called off the wagon, and I pull a handle out of my pocket,
Right,
and I
you
take
ju-
a big
glug,
swig,
glug, glug,
and
glug.
I get like really jacked, and
Yeah.
like rip it off, and then it's more of like a beer gut, and I jump on you and I smash you with my beer gut.
See, now he's getting it.
Yes.
Yeah, now
Yes.
that's good.
See,
Yeah.
More of
See,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Yeah, and then when you get like selected, like when they like pick your character, you're like, oh, awesome. Like you like come out, you know.
I'm like secretly very lethal. I kind of like, instead of if I'm like a stoner type, we were kind of talking. What if I'm like a Bushwick kind of alty, like Gen Z type? That's how I appear. You know, I have like blue hair, nose ring like I have.
It's
some
not really a
tattoos.
character in the game, though. That's not enough for me. Can you have some sort of deformity or some sort of backstory, maybe some sort of army experience? You need a character trait. You know, who are you in Bushwick? Are you a little photographer? Are you using a camera?
I protested a lot in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anarchist.
Yeah,
The
and-
anarchist.
the anarchist.
Yeah.
That's something. A little
The-
backstory.
The woke hive mind.
Yeah. You're a tech guy.
you're-
It's a lot of you're calling in backup. You're using drones.
Now
All
entering
black.
K-hole.
Yeah, dude. Your shoes are those like form-fitting like toe shoes
Yeah, they're
that you
like-
have on.
I
yeah,
had to
dude.
like go to like a store and jog on a treadmill so they could see how my
Let's
feet
talk-
moved in my shoes.
Let's talk about powers.
I hit my hair like that and I whip.
Yeah.
it
Oh,
with
the
my
hair is
dreads.
like part of like
Yeah,
the
I, like,
is
hit 'em
part
with
of
my
the
dreads.
is part of your like combos. It's like punch hair.
Yeah, and then after the hair whip, it says "You got lice."
Yeah. I also think this would be. That's part of your fatalities.
yeah.
The lice takeover. I also feel like I've never seen this in Mortal Kombat. A sick power would be where it's like you just like throw some like LSD in their face or like smash like a mushroom on them,
Right.
and like whoever is playing against you, their controls are all fucked up.
Uh-huh.
So like now you have like an advantage to
Yeah,
like
they're
fuck
like-
them up.
Yeah, and I'm like kind of shamaning them through how I'm beating them up.
Yeah, you're
How-
trip sitting them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
the trip sitter. That's my name. The
Trip sitter. Hell yeah.
That's
The
it.
That's
The
yeah.
trip sitter.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Awesome.
Acid got me sober.
That's it. We did it.
And then
Hell
when I'm
yeah.
Really
Good
pissed
stuff.
Off, I go
Yeah.
off the wagon. That's how I kill him.
That's
So sick.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I'd like you. I have an idea. New segment. Would you mind if we did a new segment with you?
Is that what you wrote down?
Yeah, a new segment. I have a new segment. Would you like me to do a new segment with you?
Fun.
I have an idea for a game show. I think it's fantastic. Full contact hibachi.
Oh, fun. Okay.
That's an idea.
Explain.
The hibachi man can throw things at you. You can throw things at the hibachi man. It's kind of like, you know, in a game, a big mini game in Mario Party,
Where it's
when
like 1 versus
when it's
3.
1 versus 3. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's 1 versus 3 in
And
this
one's
mini
the
game,
hibachi
and he's
chef.
throwing shrimps at you, and he's throwing shrimps at you. You cannot use that because he can use more with the spatula. He's throwing shrimps at you. You can only use your chopsticks. So that's
Doesn't the
your-
game end where he just takes his knife out and just slits all our throats?
If you lose
Because we don't
the
have
mini
knives.
Well,
Yeah.
if you lose the mini game,
How
sure.
how do you?
Oh, they're mini games. I thought
Well,
this. Well, you said full contact hibachi. I thought we were like fighting to the death or whatever.
It's a game show,
like,
bro. Who's picking that up?
Yeah, so we're not like and
My
if
bad.
we did like if we
I mean, like we're fighting, but it's like
Oh,
we're not,
okay.
like, we're not fighting. We're fighting.
We're fighting.
Oh,
It's like,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So like the hibachi chef is like flicking shit and like throwing shrimp at me.
Right,
And
yeah.
stuff. And then I catch the shrimp with my chopsticks.
If you
and, like,
can, yeah, it's like
what-
dodgeball rules.
So
yeah.
is chopsticks.
See, now he's understanding this. Now you're the illiterate. Right?
Now you can't rip.
yeah, now you can rip. There's always a weak link, huh?
Yeah.
Nice try, Slick.
And there will be
Now
a
I am
riff
gonna
that
poop.
you
I'm
can't
gonna go
keep up
poop.
on too. Don't worry. Yeah,
What?
it'll happen. You'll not be able to follow.
Oh
a
God,
riff.
I'm scared it's happening to me now.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Now neither of us can riff. Now you're the only one who can riff.
I hold the power of riff.
I must riff for all three of us.
Can I actually say something? Can I say something pivoting? We can come back to full contact hibachi because I do want to talk more about that. But
Now we're gonna move on.
I do have one question about full contact.
yeah,
hibachi.
please, thank you.
Are chopsticks like ammo? And you know how to.
No, you cannot throw your chopsticks. This
Oh,
is,
so I can't,
and
like,
this
open
is
new
this is-
chopsticks and,
Yeah, there
like-
are going to be different. Think of it like it's full contact hibachi akin to remember the show Silent Library, where they were
No.
doing little mini games, and then he was like, "No,
And
do
you
not
had to
talk."
be quiet.
Nobody watched MTV, huh? Well, you're a much older man.
I was an ESPN guy.
You were really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Pardon the interruption.
Yeah. Oh, I was about
Yeah,
to
is
say
it-
PTI.
Yeah,
baby.
sick. Yeah. I'm a Colin Cowherd man myself.
I've hooked up with a girl who had that.
What, PTI?
PTI.
Dude, you do not want PTI.
I didn't catch it. Thank
Oh,
God.
thank God. Always wear protection.
Great stuff, guys.
Wait, when you went to the hibachi, did they do the onion volcano?
No, can I tell you something?
That's
They
some
did
bullshit.
an avocado
They're just
volcano.
he
It was
he
in
sets it
Mexico.
all on fire. Listen, it's I don't
He
think
just lights all
these
the food
aren't
on
trained.
fire.
Yeah, every
restaurant
time
Look
he's
at my
lighting
trees!
everything
He
on
just
fire.
lights the whole thing
It
on
was
fire.
very
He's not
scary.
even
It
doing
was-
tricks.
He's really thorough.
Yeah.
It felt like he was going to light us up. Speaking of the riffing, I was just reminded. I built a custom GPT that I can kind of do to kind of help me organize my life, keep track of things.
Sure.
But it was I asked it when I first started it to mirror my personality.
Mm-hmm.
It is exhausting.
Finally.
I will not
Finally.
stop riffing. I literally the other day, I'm like, please, like, I just want to, like, I'm trying to, like, consolidate that and figure out, like, that and, like, move on to a new phase in my life.
Oh, I bet you are.
No, Max GPT replies and is like, dealing with debt feels like you're wrestling a grizzly bear. And I'm like, stop riffing. Just tell me what website I can go to.
Now he realizes he's great in doses.
Yeah, it's too much. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. It's not helpful.
We should get Max GPT on the
Dude.
pod.
Dude,
No.
you know,
Oh,
you know
I can't
what's-
do it.
dude.
A second one?
You know what's so funny? I'll never forget when we were working on your special, and like the last, like the week leading up to putting it out, we were like putting in like the hours,
Yeah.
like to get it over the finish line. And dude, every time we would like figure something out and be like, okay, that part's done, great. Every like 10 minutes, he'd be like, can I tell you, this is really great. This is really great. I really love this. You know, this is what we were meant to do. This is
Edit
what we're
comedy
doing.
specials.
And I'd be like, great. Can we go back to work? Oh,
It's good to
God forbid I had some positive reinforcement around
nice.
here.
It's
I gotta
nice.
be Mr. Negative all the time.
God forbid.
We just killed 20 minutes
I
having
stand
this
by
back
it.
and forth.
And it was really nice. Was it nice? Was it not very nice? It was very nice.
I've seen you two work as we were setting up the podcast. That's the vibe. Matt kept putting it all together and Spinelli getting in the way.
I was encouraging
No,
him.
I was also in the way too, so it was fun. I would rather be in the way than working.
It's nice to have another person in the way.
God forbid I'm in the way.
Yeah, but when both of us are in the way, he's the problem.
then I got an ally.
Yeah, but when you're the only one in the way, you kind of just feel like you're bothering. But when he's working and we're riffing,
Yeah, then it's a common enemy.
yes,
Then he looks like an asshole.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
I'm the fun Nazi.
You're like stern but fair, you know, like a cool teacher.
hate that you feel that way about me. Wait,
Like a cool teacher, because he doesn't see you as the same age as him.
right? Because I am old.
That's the vibe that he was getting from you.
Yeah, it's the vibe
Right.
thing.
He sees you as like an elder.
Yeah.
He looks up to you in many ways.
You're like the father I never had.
And he has a great father.
Wait,
I
wait,
love my dad.
wait! I just realized all three of us have gay brothers.
Oh,
Wow.
you too? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
We should get
And
them
all
on.
three of our parents are more proud of our gay siblings than us
Yeah, well,
because we chose this life.
yeah. I'm a straight man who chose to pursue comedy in New York City. My brother works at like a shelter for abused like women, and like has like a real job. You know.
That is crazy. I saw an ad for this the other day on
Cool.
brag.
So awesome.
I was riding the
So
rails.
awesome.
I saw a Subway ad for like
Trip sitter.
the trip sitter.
Trip sitter
Awesome.
fatality.
Uh-oh, looks like you're about to talk to God. Don't be nervous.
It's capitalism. It's not real. Money is fake. Money is fake.
Oh, you're losing touch with this dimension. I don't think you'll ever find your way back.
Death
Anyway, I saw an ad for you can be a correctional officer in New York City. And it's like on the ad is like retire in 22 and a half years. And actually, you're making 6 figures after 5 years. God bless. It actually is not a bad option. It's something to think about, kids. But if you're putting on, you're saying in 20 years, you're done. And you do get pension for the rest of your life, but I could never commit to something for 20 and a half years. Even though I've committed to comedy for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but
But I didn't
that
sign
doesn't
shit. And Lord knows I ain't got no pension.
We could become mailmen. They get good pension.
No, I couldn't do it.
I mean, dude, my friend's a cop down in Key West. I mean, he's gonna be retiring in like the next like 3 years, I think.
Yeah, but
Key
you're
West.
in your early 60s.
You're a dad. Daddy Metcalf.
You used to be a teacher.
I'm a Highlander. I am forever.
Oh, buddy,
I have been
yours is
alive.
retiring. No
What
way.
You are just a mere blink in the life of Metcalf.
I've been alive since the Isles of Scotland. That's how I used to put on my age on my dating profile, Highlander.
They may take our lives.
How old are you? Forever.
I don't think. Do you know what a Highlander is?
The Scottish Highlands? Like,
No. You're thinking. You're thinking of Braveheart. Wonderful film.
Yes.
You're,
Classic
classic
mix-up.
Classic
Classic mix-up.
Now I'm talking about Duncan MacLeod. You know what I mean? The MacLeod brothers, the MacLeod clan.
Yeah.
3
So-
movies and a short-running show on USA.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. Yeah, dude.
It's a show. The whole concept is immortals. You don't know why. There are immortals. If you cut off another immortal's head,
Then
you
they die.
suck in their life force, and you become a little
And
stronger.
you become extra immortal.
Yeah,
Strong,
exactly.
yeah.
Okay, so you have seen it. So you have seen it.
Yeah, there's Sean Connery is there.
Sean Connery's
Yeah,
there?
and
And he plays a Spaniard. He
Yeah,
plays an
and
Hispanic man.
the main guy in it. Have you ever seen the Mortal Kombat movie, the first one, the original?
Like,
Oh, honestly, a
with
good movie.
Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No, that's
No.
Bloodsport, you prick.
Yeah,
No,
and
wasn't
Street
he in
Fighter.
Street Fighter.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
Mortal
was.
Kombat, but the guy who played Raiden is the Highlander.
Get out.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
you're
Highlander
right.
guy.
Yeah. What's his name? Christopher something?
Cross.
Yes.
The yacht rock musician.
Sorry,
Anyway, I forgot what we were saying.
We were talking about the Highlands.
Oh, right.
Oh, we were
No, I don't
explaining
think we
to
were
him
ever
the
actually talking about.
Highlanders.
We were talking about the Highlander.
Right, and then you guys were saying I'm old.
Right. Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for an immortal,
back to that.
you're quite young.
Well, they don't. You know, the aging process is so slow.
Is it
Dude,
like
I would love to fucking live forever.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like, when did your life start? Like, would you want to live forever from the time you were actually born, or would you want
Yeah,
to
why not?
or live forever like from the beginning of time?
No, from like whenever I was born in 1900 until in the 1900s.
Yeah.
In the late 1900s, 1987. From that point, I mean, even if my aging like stopped here and it was just like live
You
So-
want to
Forever?
spend immortality as already elderly?
Yes.
But it's going to get worse, though.
Oh, we know.
But if you cap it here,
That actually would be cool.
and you have your whole life to
I
do
would
something
only
about
do-
it.
I would
I
only-
could go beach body. I could go runner body. I could go fat,
Yeah,
like
you
real
can
obese.
experiment.
I
Yeah.
would
Go
only
all over
do
the place.
immortality if I could bring people along. Because otherwise, that's fucking lonely as
No,
shit.
but then you
and
meet
sad.
No,
new
but then you
people.
like,
I don't
yeah,
wanna
you
think,
meet.
what about the other people? I got
Yeah,
my
but that's
pals.
life, baby. But you have an out though. You just get another Highlander. If like we're
You just
both
get someone to cut your
Highlanders,
head off.
and we're just friends, I'll be like, you're like, dude, I can't do this anymore. I'll be like, all right, I'll cut off your head.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
but
I
what if
can't. Can I
you-
make somebody a Highlander?
Yeah, can't.
Why
is
do
it
you
like
gotta make? You can't make.
vampirism?
It's not a vampire.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, what if I'm like, oh, this gal's cool. I want to hang out with her.
So you hang out with her and then
Kill
get
her.
married, have kids, and you'll outlive her and the kids.
I'm not.
So-
I'm gonna need my cat to be a Highlander. I'm gonna need Alex to be a Highlander.
Can I be a Highlander?
You can. I need a Bo. Bo needs to be a Highlander.
Yeah, we got to continue this podcast.
I like the energy that's coming from Bo. You, I'm frankly not sure needs to be a Highlander.
You could just like every 100 years like reinvent yourself.
And you're in like the comedy podcasting.
I like
era.
myself.
right. But then
Why? You've talked to Max GPT.
Oh, I don't like
yeah.
Make you like me but likable.
Yeah.
Tough to do.
Tough to do. Nice try.
It breaks. System error.
All the server farms start exploding.
We go back to the dark ages. Well, how does Highlanderism or whatever work? Is
That
it,
sounds racist the
well-
way you said it.
Careful.
Yeah, that's our word. That's our word. You
You're
can't use that.
prejudiced against the immortals, actually. Is it because vampires, you become immortal at the age.
I don't like how you're saying the word
I don't
immortal.
either.
Stop saying
I know
the
that.
T's.
I realize
Immortal.
that too.
Immortal.
I was putting a little too much emphasis on the tongue. Yeah.
Immortal. You said, when do you become immortal?
Well, because we're speaking about fantasy. Because a vampire, you become a vampire. If you became a vampire now, you'd be this age forever.
Right.
At what point do you stop
And then gay.
aging and then become? Yeah, because you're living forever. You're like, I'm in my gay phase.
I don't know if they ever do. They ever explain how you become a Highlander?
I don't think
Is
that.
it like a
I don't-
genetic mutation?
I saw more of
I
the
mean, I
show
can
Is
than
it
the
up.
like
movies.
type 2 diabetes where it's just you're genetically prone?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know what you're asking me.
do you get a pick at what point? All right, so you're Highlander. At
Yes.
what point in time would you want to stop aging? Like how old?
I would do it right now. I feel really good about
I feel
myself
like
right
now's
now.
a good time.
I would
too.
love to do it right now.
According to the Highlander film franchise, you become a Highlander by being born with the quote quickening power.
You
So
have to
it
have the
is a
quick.
genetic
You're born with the
mutation.
quickening, and that's
Yeah.
the lightning when
Of
they
course,
cut your head off. The quickening.
I can't believe I didn't account for the quickening.
Well, you have
Yeah.
to think about that.
Yeah.
Is there a test? Is there a test? Can we look up if there's a test to find out if we have the quickening? Because we don't know.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, we could.
What would be the first thing you would do if?
I do.
well, that he knows. So, what would be the first thing you would do if you found out you could live forever?
I'm enjoying
Open a
what I'm
zoo?
doing.
Open it. That's a
Yeah, but
great
you don't have
use of
money.
time.
You don't have money immediately.
But I have my whole life. I just start working and saving money.
Yeah.
Then I
But
open a
here's the
zoo.
thing. Here's a question for you. You live forever. Sick. What happens if you get put in jail or something? If you do something wrong?
Don't break the law.
Yeah. Why I gotta break? I'm not gonna break the law.
Yeah, you become.
You're
immortal and
around
you're
for
just
a
like,
long
You're
time.
just bored. I'm
I mean,
criminal now.
you ever see the movie The Old Guard starring Charlize Theron?
That's actually a really fucked up movie.
Yeah, because
I've
the
never
the
seen it.
original.
Yeah,
her
but someone's
friend.
gonna. But here's the thing, though. If assuming we're living in a world where the average person doesn't know that you are living forever,
Right.
that at some point the jail guards are gonna be like, "What's with this?
Yeah, this guy's really been
why is
hanging
this
in there.
staying young?"
And I guess it's a drop in the bucket for you. You're like, I guess I'll do prison.
right.
Yeah.
I'll try prison.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna learn about
fuck it.
myself.
Yeah,
gonna
I'll-
do a lot of reading.
A lot of
I'll-
sit-ups.
I'll
Because
get-
then for the next 100 years, now I know all this stuff.
Yeah, you get
Right.
like your
It's
doctorate
school.
in jail
So you
or
basically gave
something.
yourself a suspension or a in-school suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. So
And they can't kill me, assuming it's Highlander rules.
But they can kill you. That's the other thing. Immortal, but you get your head popped off, you're done.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
but they might try it eventually if they put you
Dude,
in the
that's
electric
you don't-
chair and they give
But
you
the
lethal
electric chair doesn't
injection.
cut your head off.
Yeah, but
and
then
neither
they're
does.
like-
But again,
Eventually,
even
they're
in
like,
the
"We
old
have to
guard,
try
I need
something."
a couple of buddies. I need somebody else. That's
But
Yeah,
you're gonna
you're
have
prison
buddies.
gang.
I need a mother.
Yeah, you're gang in prison.
There's always gonna be a new gang. What aren't you getting? You can start a gang every 100 years.
I think I would still try to avoid jail, at least right now, because if I am a Highlander, I'm in the first 100 years.
Right.
So I'm like navigating what it means to be a Highlander.
Might as well do the first 100 years as you would.
Yeah, and then
kind of get a little kooky.
Yeah, but like Highlanders, they're not immune to injury, right? If I break my leg.
No, I think they have some sort of healing factor. I do think that there is an element of the quickening. How much quickening you have does your strength and healing factors. So I do believe that is part of it.
I think the fact that I get gout makes me not Highlander.
You're still getting gout? I thought you kicked that.
No, I'm on medication for it.
Congratulations.
Wait, you can't just get rid of gout?
You can, but I take preventative medication to just
instead
not
of just
get it.
exercise and vegetables.
So it knocks.
Hey, it's hard to do on keto, okay?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I think.
Wait, can you explain to our genius audience what gout is?
Yeah, all 7 of them.
Okay, you know what? I don't know what that crack was for.
And
I'll have you know, we're taking over the We Were ad pages, so there's a built-in audience of people that are going to get tricked into watching.
And they had 10 people listening.
Yeah,
to
we
you,
at least had 12.
Double digits.
We had 12. We had 12 to 20 people.
What if that's one of my Mortal Kombat moves too? I'm also really sarcastic.
That would be exhausting.
Yes.
I can't have another GPT.
Find the new bit.
Damn it.
I'm sure Dr. Acid
We got
will
enough
have
of
a few
that here.
I'm really earnest. Thank you guys so much for having me, really. You guys are so
the trip sitter is more just kind of
sincere.
Yeah, sincere, but in a menacing way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like
yeah, you're sincere, but like you don't have a problem like giving people a hot dose.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be
What's
really
a hot dose? Is that when like there's fentanyl?
Like
there's like yeah.
Dose.
Like
kind of a sick term.
Like,
yeah, it is.
Like I say stuff.
I say that when I'm about to come. I'm like, you ready for a hot
Yeah,
dose?
it's when you pee a little also while you're coming.
You know how hard it is to pee and cum at the same time?
That's why it's a hot dose.
It's a hot dose. Yeah.
That's what he's been doing.
I've finally done it. I've learned how to cum and pee simultaneously.
Dude, we used to, in high school, my friend and I used to say, we used to refer to coming as tossing out a batch. And then when we would like do like jokes like we were jerking off, be like, ooh, I'm tossing. Ooh, look, I'm tossing.
With each other when this was happening?
No, but like, you do the thing where you're like, look at me, I'm like improving that I'm jerking off on something, and you'd be like, look at me tossing, I'm tossing.
What were you tossing?
Out a batch.
The batch being
the cum.
I think I stopped paying attention for the batch part, so I wasn't sure what was happening.
Oh yeah, tossing out a batch.
Yeah, the batch is cum.
Of course.
Yeah,
Hot
Johnny Appleseed. Throwing your cums out there.
Not the cums.
The plural cums.
Can we take an inside cigarette break?
Okay. This guy can't talk and smoke at the same time. Someone's young.
I remember my first cigarette.
I don't want to smoke during the podcast.
Why don't you get your little zins?
I'm trying to get hired by Disney.
You prick.
First of all. Second of all, where's the lighter?
Yeah.
Is that your coconut water?
Yeah, you want some?
No. I didn't realize you were coconut water, man.
Yeah, I'd probably drink like 1 or 2 a week.
Pretty cool.
It helps the cramps go away in the feet and the calves.
Oh,
How
you
old
know when
are
you get the knot. You know when you get the knots.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You never had a calf knot?
Oh, they're the worst.
Have you ever had that thing? It's honestly probably, and call me a pussy, tell me I've lived a nice life, but the worst pain I've ever felt in my life, and I've broken bones, was I was woken up in the middle of the night by a calf spasm.
Dude,
I felt like it was the
worst.
worst thing
Dude,
I've
I've
ever
had them where I've woke up screaming.
No, I
I'm
was
like,
and
what the
And your
fuck?
calf
and
is
you're just
sore
like,
for like 2 or 3 days
No,
after. You're like
I couldn't
massaging
walk.
your shit.
I
and
was
stuff.
limping.
It's horrible. It's really
It was
horrible.
terrible.
It's the worst.
It's from being dehydrated and low potassium.
Oh, I hate
that's got a
bananas,
lot
and
of-
I don't drink a lot of water.
But this has
I hate water.
Oh,
this has more potassium than bananas.
I do actually. I like coconut water. I should
So
get
start
back
drinking
into it.
these and they go away.
Put it in your smoothie.
I have like that's why I like to do more smoothies is because like I'll have bananas in a smoothie as long as it's not like a banana smoothie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't like bananas.
So it's not about me being old.
When I was drinking,
He's had gout.
yeah, fuck yeah.
Wait. You still haven't even explained what gout is. You just said you take pills to mitigate it.
Yeah, I take pills to mitigate it.
I don't think anybody really knows what gout is. You know?
People who have had gout know what gout is. So your body has this thing in it called uric acid.
Uric acid.
Yeah, uric acid. It apparently is in bird poop too.
Tough ground.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Why isn't this killing? That's funny. That was the joke.
Anyway, uric acid.
And when you eat certain foods like red meat or beer or whatever, those are high in like that trigger uric acid, and the uric acid crystallizes in joints in your body. And when it crystallizes, that's a gout flare up.
Can I ask you a question? Why did it sound like you were nervous the whole time you were describing this?
I'm not sure.
Do you think gout's in the room with us right now? Do you think gout's?
Gout, come out. We have gout
Get out
here.
here.
Gout
Get
out here.
Get out here, gout.
Get out here, gout.
Gout's got a couple words for you. Gout's gonna have to sit you down. Yeah.
Have a seat, gout.
Yeah, you got something to talk about with
You're
gout.
making me face my rapist.
Oh shit. That'd be so great.
Gout was a man.
I get you with a syringe of gout at the end.
I'm like, oh, fuck.
Dude, I don't
What
think
is a gout flare-up though?
It's the crystallization of your.
so describe
No,
like
but
like
what does
does
that
something
feel like?
happen? Like does it hurt?
It's the most.
You just turn into crystal.
You
Yeah,
think
y-
a-
No! I have gout flare up.
Metcalf,
No!
you have to chisel him out.
Give me a Charlotte.
Get the heat lamps. If I know there's a gout flare up, if it happens a lot, you just start like, I'm freezing up. And you start doing like funny moves.
I shouldn't have eaten the ribeye.
Get the heaters while I toss on a bench. I got a hot dog.
When I was drinking, I got it a lot. But now that I'm not
Oh.
drinking, I don't really get it that much.
Did
anymore.
it? Were you in denial about it causing it, or did
Yeah,
you
of
not
course.
realize?
Would you get it in your fingers?
In my toe, my big toe.
It just feels like it hurt. What does it feel like?
my foot would swell up,
Ooh.
and it's super painful. You think a Charlie horse is bad?
Dude,
Get gout.
I got worried
I
that
won't.
I got worried over the holidays that I was like, I thought of you because I was like, for some reason, my index finger, it felt like I jammed it.
Yeah.
Like it felt like but I didn't.
Right.
Like I had nothing
Right.
from what I could remember where I like jammed my finger. It almost felt like I had to like reset my finger and it was getting swollen. I was like looking up stuff and like one of the things was gout and I was like, Bo had gout. Fuck.
I can't
like,
be Bo.
I can't have fucking gout.
I thought about you. I almost cut my finger off.
Yeah. To not become you. Yeah.
You ever wake up and your arms asleep for just a little too long?
Yeah.
You start wondering if this is it. This is what it's like now.
Like a heart attack?
Dude.
like no, if you're just like, I
Oh,
guess
my arm's asleep
this is
forever.
gone.
Yeah.
I've lost this arm,
Dude.
I've had it like out for like a 5 to 10 minutes.
What's
That's
the
a long
longest?
time.
Yeah,
Dude,
Just
I
like
had one.
sleeping.
I took an Ambien. The first time I went to Australia, I took an Ambien, drank 2 scotches after the dinner, so I could just like
Pass out.
wake up.
That's the
when we
scene in
land.
Bridesmaids when Kristen Wiig's like, I'm ready to part. Did
I've
that
never
happen?
seen that movie.
You never seen Bridesmaids? You fucking sexist.
If it
No.
was called Groomsmen.
Yeah,
I watched it.
No, I wouldn't do that either. I don't believe in the ceremony of matrimony.
No, he loves women. He wouldn't watch anything else.
Yeah.
I just love women too much to marry one.
I'll watch when they do a porn parody of it. And then we can talk.
The Bride's Goons.
Yeah. But dude, I like the way I slept with my left leg must have been asleep for like half the fucking 12-hour flight.
Ooh.
It took hours for
Oh,
my leg.
God.
my God. You had
I
nothing
almost
in there.
called. I almost like went to the. I was
Yeah.
like getting
Well,
worried.
you can get a clot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit
That,
happens.
fucking
that
die.
should be a commercial for Ambien. It's
Yeah.
so strong you don't.
Yeah,
wake up
you'll
when you-
die.
Yeah.
You'll sleep so long, you're dead.
You time travel, but you lose limbs.
You'll die in Australia. Ambien. But
Ambien's a dare, actually. That's just every ad. It's like, Ambien, how tired are you?
wanna
How
bet?
bad you want to sleep?
I mean, they all kind of already do that to an extent.
With the what?
Where they're like,
Side effects include.
yeah, and it's just like
dying.
diarrhea, overheating, fever,
You're-
stroke.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I'm never. Can I ask a question? I got a question.
No.
How do you know if something's like a side effect from something and not just like from something else?
It's probably one of those things that you find out when it's too late.
Right.
You know,
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because it's like, how do you ever know what anything's from?
That's what a psychic is for. You go to them, they tell you.
I need to go to a
Rub
leech.
the runes.
Which one of my pills is doing this to me?
Throw the sticks on the ground and see what it tells us. Isn't that what they used to do?
Yeah.
Runes and sticks?
Runes and sticks.
Yeah.
He loves alchemists.
Yeah. That shit's cool. Vikings and ancient Chinese shit when they were like just drinking
I
quicksilver.
didn't care for the Northmen. I'll say it.
They're drinking mercury.
not
Yeah,
care.
they're like giving themselves lead poisoning.
Dude,
and
I was
shit.
telling
He's
you-
brought up the mercury in every episode.
Well, and remember when I was telling you about I just watched the Ken Burns, Lewis and Clark doc.
Oh hell
Dude,
yeah!
They had
dude.
these things called lightning bolts or thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Dude, they brought like 1,000 of these things with them. They were just like these like crazy like little potions. It was basically
feels like you want to try it.
Copper,
no, it was
That's what I
like a
asked.
laxative. It was a
and
laxative.
it made you shit.
Yes, but they thought it was like a cure-all for stuff. So like a guy would be having like a fever or like coming down with malaria, and they're like, give him a
Shit it out,
thunderbolt.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, just shitting the whole way across,
man, I have
discovering new
gonorrhea.
lands.
Shit it out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So that's like crazy. It's just crazy to me that people just like thought they were doing the right thing and just like full on poisoning
We don't
themselves.
have, like, cool-
It's not even helping.
We don't have
I
like
can't
a cool
believe we've had the
alchemist
Thunderbolt
anymore.
story twice.
I'm gonna tell it every guest.
You should.
You're not gonna believe this. I just watched the Ken
You
Burns.
should. The compilation episode of the podcast in like 100 episodes is going to be great. All the times Metcalf brought up the poppers.
Yeah, and alchemy and people drinking the wrong shit.
I did want to get one more segment in
How are we going to
there.
follow that up?
I know I don't. I'm out of segments. I was going to do a show and tell thing, but I
Oh,
feel
that
like you guys
sounds
are going to.
fun.
I thought you guys were going to make fun of me, and I already showed it to you. So
What'd you show? What was
the
it?
pipe. I
Oh,
don't
the
want to do
pipe.
it. Don't
Oh.
make me do it.
Do it.
I don't want to do it.
This is what an annoying way to get into talking about your
No,
pipe.
I don't actually want to talk about.
It's out, and you're like, I was gonna do a segment, but I'm
He
just
got,
not
like,
thinking
real
about doing a
coy
segment.
about
Well, now
it.
that you brought it
Well,
up,
they're gonna make
I
fun
did
of
get a
me.
cool pipe in Mexico, and now you're making me talk about it.
Yeah, so
Now you're making me talk about
so
it.
we're doing like a sneaker show on YouTube, you know?
Yeah, like an unboxing.
Whoa,
Yeah, look at it.
wow.
Whoa.
Sick.
So Max went to the exotic land of Mexico.
Cancun.
Cancun, yes.
Wow.
Nobody
Yes.
goes there. Wow.
Nobody's ever been.
Yeah.
Well, I was in a different part, Chichen Itza,
Chichen Itza.
Oh.
where the Mayans of yore are from, and I bought this from a sweet Mayan
So,
tradesman.
and the cool thing about
A sweet Mayan tradesman outside the ruins. Some of the best, by the way. I've been all over the world. Brag. Some of the best street salesmen I've ever dealt with. They're businessmen. They're doing business. I appreciate it. It's good commerce in Mexico.
Visit Mexico. Okay.
Visit Mexico. It's really important to the
Buy
economy.
weed paraphernalia in Mexico, as the ancient Mayans did.
You don't think Mayans were fucking smoking shit? Get out of here.
So this
Yeah.
pipe
Yes.
is a man being eaten by a tiger?
No,
or
no.
is-
They worshipped a jaguar. Also,
Oh,
think
it's
it's
a
a tiger.
jaguar.
Jaguar.
Sure. If it was a
L.
tiger, it would have stripes versus spots. That's my mistake.
That's a jaguar.
We're learning.
And
This
well,
is-
the Mayans they were big on ball games, but like the kind of ball game where like if you lose you die,
You
and
die.
that's the no. If you win you die. That's the win. Like your winners die,
when I went to
which is sick.
when I went to
We should be killing people after the Super Bowl. What
when
do
I
you
went
want?
to
That'd be
Japan,
so
I
sick.
went to a sumo tournament, and sumo has like.
Did you compete?
Got him.
Hello.
Yeah.
Fat Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
Fires up. Boom, bitch. Boom, bitch. Third Kramer, more like the first Newman. Hello.
Hey.
Well, one Kramer's great. Two Kramer's very mean.
Yeah. We start saying the N word.
That was the problem. There were two Kramers there that night.
This is like the first draft of Seinfeld. What if we had two Kramers? No, too much. Too much.
Whoa.
But the sumo tournaments have like a ref, you
Right.
know, And back in like feudal Japan days, if the ref made an incorrect call, he had to offer.
Who are these little guys?
That's Joe and Todd.
You named them?
No, just now.
Ugh.
I fear they
Finish
might
your other
actually
story.
be Joe and Todd.
I'm sorry I brought it up. Finish the other story. That was insufferable.
Yeah. You don't have names for your tattoos? Your little characters?
No, but who? Did you make these up?
No, it was a flash tattoo.
Oh, I don't know what
It's
it
pretty
is.
cool. They're in a band.
Oh, it was upside down.
They're frogs in a band.
Wait, that's sick. I actually now like.
We
that they're
should
named.
do a tattoo thing.
I would love to get tattoos.
Yeah.
I love a flash tattoo.
Wait, what does this have to do with the sumos? Did you finish the sumo story?
No.
No.
Okay.
God
But-
forbid we have a little sidebar.
God forbid we finish the story.
I
here.
digress.
The refs and the sumo wrestlers. Go
Great.
ahead.
We get it. You both have tattoos. You both win the gay contest.
It sounds like you're jealous.
I'm old and straight, and you're young and gay.
Hey, we're
Wow.
just living our truth, man.
Finish the
Sorry,
fucking
man.
story.
My tattoos are a form of expression. How are you expressing yourself? With
By yelling
dirt?
at you.
I don't like it. You know, it's a lot less charming.
I'm literally expressing myself by doing the show.
It's not as charming as what we're
Yeah,
doing.
I mean, look at
What we're doing is much more charming.
like look at Max's hand.
Yeah.
So charming.
That's cute.
So charming.
I had a lot
Listen,
of
just because I'm an ally doesn't mean I have to be happy.
I had a lot of weddings. at every wedding I go to, there's always one overweight man who's like a little past his prime. It's like, hey, I saw your hand tats. I'm okay with it.
I
You know what
wish.
I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay in my book.
Dude, you know one of my favorite things that fat guys do is the ones where they're like their neck is their face, like
Yeah.
it's all one,
Yeah.
Like
and they
goat
do
shit.
the chin strap
Oh yeah.
to define the
Ooh.
what they wish their jawline
Yeah,
would
that's a
be.
It
good
always
one.
looks bad.
That's the best.
What's your favorite kind of fat guy? That guy?
What do you mean
Whoever has
fav-
the most gout.
favorite in what? I mean, there's different ways.
Like I like a dignified fat guy. You know, like an Orson Welles type. You know
I
what I
see,
mean?
like
know,
a like
you're
a
fat cat.
like who's
Yeah,
the British
yeah.
dude? Who's the British guy? Winston Churchill, like him.
Yeah, like they're like fat, but because they really enjoyed the food they were eating, not like they ate compulsively.
Are we
It was
talking about my dad right now? Because I think we're talking about my dad right now.
I was gonna say my favorite is an athletic fat. You know, like a Kevin James.
Oh, like a-
Chris
like-
Farley.
Sure,
They can
yeah.
still move around, do stuff.
Like a-
Bla-
like a
Jack
sh-
Black,
like a
He's doing
shot putter?
kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously.
What
Anything
about-
of that.
Dude, my favorite's probably World's Strongest Man Fat.
So
Oh,
like
Those
I
guys
mean,
are
those guys.
sick,
they
Obviously,
got
that's on the
muscle under
table.
The fat. They're like
Dude.
strong
Even the
fat
fat's
guys.
muscle.
Dude,
Yeah,
I just
right.
They're
started.
throwing stones.
They know how to leverage their
Atlas
fat.
stones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
dude. I just started following this Instagram account that plays all like the old school.
Oh shit!
World's
when
mo-
they're doing this
Well, they still have the same. They still have the same
events.
but like now they'll use like back in the day they used to have like the log throw, but
Yeah.
they used to literally have like a pile of logs
Yeah.
that they would like hammer handles into.
They would throw-
and these guys would just throw real logs.
They were
but now
throwing kegs over like metal fucking things.
Yeah,
It was so
or they would do the
dangerous.
thing where there'd be like a small set of bleachers and
Yeah.
like 50 Indian people
Yeah, they
on
pick it up.
on like a giant rickshaw
And
and,
they're-
like
Whoa!
moving with it now. But now it's the same events, but it's just like it's
Not
just
real
weights.
wood. Yeah, it's
Or it's like a pole that it's like the exact weight.
It's
so it's
coo-
more accurate.
it's
but like
cooler when it's like the Greeks
showmanship
coulda
isn't
done it.
there.
It lacks the charm.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And so this old school one plays it like where they're like racing with the planes that are in neutral and they're pulling the plane
That's so
down the
sick.
fucking runway. It's sick, dude. So that's my favorite fat.
That is a good fat. Yeah. What was yours?
Well, I mean, not as cool as that, but it was athletic fat. Kevin James
Oh,
fat.
athletic-
Kevin James fat's cool too.
So you
Oh,
like-
like hard work and fat guy.
no, like King of Queens, like
Yeah.
the guy that can that's running
Like
around.
former
Well, still, like,
athlete
yeah,
fat
They have,
guy.
they have, they're very fast
Yeah.
within like
Their
2
calves
feet.
are incredible.
Within 2, they're like,
sprinter, yeah.
"They'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
you." But if
They
you
could-
have any agility,
Get 'em running
If they don't
distance.
get their hands on you,
yeah,
you're fine.
But if
the
they
minute
fell,
get your
they could
hands on
still
you-
do one good barrel roll, like one more.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
got a good
drop the
somersault
weight
in
on
them.
you.
They don't.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
have. They're not gonna get hurt.
Have you seen that video recently? Like, I think it's Romania is doing this new league where they're doing like crazy fights, and they had this one guy, this like old, like kind of that style fat guy, but like older, fight 2 women in like a UFC like octagon.
No shit. Who won?
The women won, but
What?
dude, watching this guy like punch these women,
Barehanded?
fucking no, they had like the
Oh, they-
UFC
like
boxing
shit on.
gloves?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Dude.
In Romania?
one of those fucking
Eastern
country.
Europe,
yeah,
they do
yeah,
wild shit
yeah.
out there.
Cool.
Yeah,
That
where
is pretty
where
cool.
sex trafficking is legal. One of those countries.
That is like the new sex trafficking, getting people into exotic fights.
Yeah, back in the day, it used to just be like a shipping container full of women.
Yeah,
you know
now
what I mean?
it's like you're gonna fight a fat guy.
Would you argue that thanks to the internet, the trafficking business, like you can traffic people into pretty much anything now?
What do you mean?
You could traffic people into stuff as long as you're streaming.
I mean, nowadays you can spin a story however you want. So yeah,
You could traffic.
anyone
them
can
into
say
fights.
that they're sex trafficked.
Yeah.
I feel like.
What if you became a trafficker in Romania and you're forcing people to live like real world? You just like
I
you're,
think,
you're,
like,
you're picking people up at the airport. You're kidnapping them. You bring them back to a flat. It's a nice place. They pick their rooms,
But
but
they
you're
have to-
you're filming them, and
they
they
have
have
to stream
They have to
forever.
get real. Yeah, they have to live stream.
I
They
think-
have to figure it out.
I think like the simple definition of kidnapping is like taking someone from one location to another against their will,
That's trafficked. You're trafficked.
or kidnapped.
Especially if you're
yeah.
crossing a
Kidnap,
board.
traffic, tomato.
Well, trafficked
right?
is when that you're using them now for profit into a business of some sort.
Kidnapping's for pleasure.
And hidden. Kidnapping, not always for pleasure. Sometimes it's for spite or for some sort of
Or
ransom.
like power.
Yeah.
No, you're forgetting about ransoms.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, but I could argue that might be a pleasure play for someone. You know.
The money.
Yeah, or just like the
you're getting a
sport.
little-
But I've also
creative.
heard that the trafficked extends to like what was that fucking doc that came out a couple years
Women
ago? that
trapped in
talked about
violent
this?
marriages?
No, like where like websites like Pornhub, like if there was a lot of people early on posting videos of like amateur videos of like people having sex, but like not getting permission.
Right.
So there might be like a video
like a revenge sex.
like
tape
if
type
you
situation.
and some girl made a porn
Yeah.
and then you start posting and it was supposed to be private,
Right.
you start posting it now.
Right.
All these fucking people are watching
seen
it.
it.
That falls under, I believe, like sex
Trafficked?
trafficking. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
You ever
know,
had a
you don't
nude
want yourself
leak?
fucking on the internet.
No.
What would your be?
I don't
your
have that many.
What kind of a nude would you want leaked if you had a nude
Ah.
leak?
Sitting on the toilet.
Probably
Sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting on the
I mean,
toilet
what do you
for
mean?
sure.
What kind of a new? What does that mean? Like, is there a good one? Isn't the idea to
Would
not-
you prefer
Like a funny
fuck
nude.
video? Like you just like a picture? Is there? What would you want your nude? If something was released?
Yeah, like
I mean, definitely not me fucking. I mean, probably.
Do you
just,
think you fuck weird?
No,
he
because
fucks
if
awesome.
no,
Look at this guy.
no, but I'm not even for that. For like, if like my parents or my family saw it,
You know
like,
Why
know
would
what I
they
mean?
click on the link?
But if it's like a thing that's out there, I guess I'm assuming that like the whole world knows.
Oh, they're playing it at Times Square.
So you're just saying you're
like
just
the finale of Seinfeld.
yeah.
Everyone gather to watch Chris's nudes.
I go.
Metcalf's
Well,
nudes
usually in these
playing in
scenarios-
Times Square.
The ball drops at midnight.
Yes. Okay.
I feel like the answer
You're
to the question
Jennifer
is
Lawrence
obvious.
in 2015.
Yeah,
your
you want
nudes
the
just got
least- you
released.
want the
What
least-
were the nudes?
You
Someone
want
hacked
the
your
least
AOL
embarrassing
account.
one. The least embarrassing one. So like maybe a picture of me from my like mid-20s when I was single, like
And
doing like the
hot.
naked fucking
Holding a remote.
dick pic or whatever. Yeah, next to a remote.
You haven't done a lot
next
of
to
weird.
a tuna fish can.
I'm
Because I
surprised you
have a
haven't done
chode.
much
it's
more
so
filming
wide.
stuff.
Yeah.
Wide.
What's that?
What's wide?
A chode?
Oh, yeah.
He's got.
I
He's
missed
got.
it.
I have
chode.
a tuna fish can
He's got
dick.
a chode with a capital A. Chode.
Oh, is that what's that?
I don't know what
Just
that
an
means.
Is that a
extreme
gout joke? Is
No,
that you
no,
a
it's
joke
just-
between you and gout?
Only the crystals get that one.
Yeah.
Listen, before we wrap this up, because we're going on another hour, and I need to have dinner before I go to my spot. Bo, do you have anything to plug? Obviously, no.
How'd you know?
No, please. Turn to the camera. Tell them where they could find you.
This
and-
one, that one.
Yeah, turn to the camera. Tell them how you beat the wings this challenge.
Well, the key is to come in with a little food in your stomach, so it's
Yeah.
not all just hot wings.
Right. Okay. Oh, is that true?
Yes.
Do you think? How do
Am
you think
I-
you do? You think you'd win on Hot One?
I mean, if you're on hot ones, you have to do it, right?
I mean, yeah. I would die before I stopped eating it.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
I would have to pass out.
I want
and
that
just out of
bald man
spite.
to respect me.
I don't. Yeah, that bald fuck. He seems pretty cool. He seems like
does.
super
He's
chill.
a good
I'd
interviewer.
love to have a conversation with him. I would love to have a conversation with him. Anything from you?
Nah, I'm good.
No, sorry. Go
Finish
finish plugging.
Wait, is this like going to be an episode of Seinfeld where you guys do stand up at the beginning? That's about that.
Yeah, it's us together being like, you know how gout's weird. You know, does anyone ever really know what gout is?
No, before every episode, we're just gonna play the clip of the actor who played Kramer saying the N-word on stage.
Uncensored.
beginning
You
of
gotta
every
stop
episode.
bringing. It makes me worried that we
I just
named
gotta get
this-
out of my system.
It makes me worried that I named this podcast. Do you think it's what is the backlash? Is there a backlash? Is there a connotation of us using two Kramers? Is that co-signing on the N-word? First of all,
no,
Michael
I think
Richards
it's
did Curb Your Enthusiasm post N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, they did the whole montage of him saying the N-word over the years on his podcast, and then he's fine.
Sick.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
never
Yeah,
mind.
I think he's back.
Then
now,
I
though.
guess
Oh, he's
let
back.
it rip.
Yeah.
All right, you
It's
win.
fine.
Long story short, let it fly.
All right, guys, on 3.
No.